never the homie. Don't try to bro me. Smile in my face, but wanna poison me slowly. Turn my eye from OG. I see it closely, approach me. The truth is the only thing y'all still owe me, but I can't expect authenticity from a phony. I know the deal. Who am I to think that you jokers will keep it real? When your whole career is built upon what you steal. I got my ear to the ground, I hear the rumblings. The empire crumbling. You got a bag and fumbled it. The outcast outlast every one of them. None of them would have thought that the one who running behind would end up running in front of them. That's humbling. Glory ain't mine, it's God's work. So let God work.
Hey, welcome back, YouTube. I am your host, the King Shadow. Now, I kind of wasn't gonna do this video, but then I saw Mediocre. He kind of pulled this shit together, the visual together. So I'm gonna do it, and it was a perfect example to do this video. Now, he talked about this person because the video is going to be on Superhead. Okay? The thought god. You feel me? The super goat of gobble gobble. Okay? The super saiyan of dick sucking. Okay? Now, she was very popular back in the day. Very fucking popular. Okay? And she was beautiful, very pretty woman, beautiful. But the way she went about doing things, oh my God. And the way her mentality is now, oh my God. Hey, I'm not knocking her on her life or anything like that, you feel me? That's her life. I'm not knocking that shit. But a lot of the shit she did the Thoteronomy 2D max level. She was up there to a point and did the Thoteronomy to the max level. But see, the thing is, a lot of the girls nowadays are doing that shit. And I mean, do a lot. Okay? Back then, it wasn't that often or paraded about. She was like one of the rare breeds that popped up and was like, hey, I fucked everybody. You know what I mean? But now there is too many of you Thoteronomy chicks. Okay? Way too many. They're fucking common now. That's a problem. So we're gonna go through this and dissect some of this shit. Okay? And I'm gonna explain to you motherfuckers that what she did back then, a lot of y'all doing right the fuck now. And it's not cool. Not fucking cool at all. You feel? So, let's get into this. MTR, good look on the comp. And yeah, let's go.
Wayne and Bao are my two boyfriends, and they're gonna be calling 3 o'clock in the morning. Wayne had the house number. So now mind you, I have my kid, my husband has his kid. We have kids. And by the way, it's my house that I pay for. I pay all the bills. Everybody's dependent on me. I'm the boss bitch. Like, you don't pay for nothing.
You don't answer no phones around here.
Whatever, I do what the fuck I want. And I remember just waking up my husband like, hey, I gotta go, I'm taking the Rover. You gotta move your car.
You couldn't move it to the street and then pull it yourself out?
No, I'm not doing all this manual labor. And then he would move the car. And then I remember one particular night, I was in my car, I was backing out the driveway. He moved his car into the street, and then he gave me a kiss goodbye. I'm like, all right, baby, I'll see you in like 2 or 3 days.
Not 2 or 3 days.
Yes, and I'd be gone for 2 or 3 days, and then I would go home to my husband, and he would have my dinner waiting, my bath water ran.
I want to be like Elizabeth when I grow up.
And then like a glass of wine, like, welcome home, honey. Did you have fun? Yes, bitch, I had so much fun.
First thing first, let's address this simp ass shit right here. Okay, let's address that right there. Okay, now for you people who don't know, that's Superhead right there. Okay, now she did a podcast where it said what would make the best wife, and she went on that podcast trying to explain that a slut would make the best wife. Oh hell no! Now, MJR did a video on that and dissected the shit out of that shit. I'm not gonna do that. Oh hell no. A slut does not make a best wife. That makes problems. Only problems. Now, let me explain. This bitch comes on this show. That was Superhead right there. She comes on this show fucking saying, that she has 2 boyfriends that be calling at 3 in the fucking morning at her house where her husband's at. Holy fucking shit. Okay, and then she too lazy to move the cars herself, so she get that nigga to move the cars and shit. Cause she don't want to do the manual labor. Cause she about to go and get dick down for 3 days straight. And he gets them cheeks, say, "Let you buy it." And I see you in 3 days. I can say this one thing right here. That man either got some other pussy, or that man is getting dick down. Do I need to rephrase that? Because no man will allow his wife to rock off to get fucked by somebody else. And he knows exactly that's what it is. You married a sock pocket? A cum dumpster? You married that shit? Oh my god. Oh fuck. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Men, you simp ass bitch ass motherfuckers, man. Come on, man. Like, yo, all you boys need to grow the fuck up, man. That shit ain't right. You feel me? And that shit right there, that's the problem. Too many of you faking the motherfuckers treat these girls like they all queens and stuff like that there and give them everything they fucking need, and then next thing you know, you going to some random hot spot to get a glory hole plugged up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. That first clip alone is just hot fucking nasty fire right there. That's how nasty this hoe was. You feel me? She had multiple motherfuckers in the back wing calling at any fucking point in time, and this nigga didn't care. Then she comes home. Oh, did you have fun? Yes, bitch. You were talking to that nigga like he getting, and he probably was talking back to you like that too, like you all girlfriends and shit. That nigga's a fruit cup. That's the only way I can see that. So, let's get back into this and dissect this even more. That's how cold her game was. You feel me? Like, damn.
Corinne Steffens became known as the whistleblower for the secrets of popular hip-hop figures in the 2000s when she published a controversial book about her experience as a video vixen.
I found in my own life is that my sensuality plays a very big part in everything that I do. It
Pay
gets me
attention.
into doors. It makes people want to interview me, and and it makes it a lot, I think, easier for me. It makes it a lot easier for me. Because honestly, I don't have to work as hard to get what I want initially, you know?
She's vindictive. She's whack. Corinne is nuts. The lady is a tramp.
I was called everything in the book.
At 16 years old, she ran away from home and moved in with her boyfriend Reggie, who was a hustler. Her boyfriend Reggie's mother was an exotic dancer who introduced her to the world of stripping. But Reggie's mother eventually grew jealous at the fact that Corinne was making more money than her at the club, and their mother-daughter relationship fell apart. She would be romantically linked to different music artists, athletes, and industry executives. Corinne wasn't holding down a regular job, so she was romancing men for a living, and her lovers would wire thousands of dollars into her bank account every month. She was
Hey, you might be hearing some crickets. I got Jiminy Cricket up in here talking to his cousin. Hey. Did y'all hear that? Okay. Dissect that a little bit. Okay. Problematic. So, at 16-year-old, she left her home. That shit happens a lot. At 16, she left and went into a no-good thug nigga's house, whose mom was a stripper hoe. You feel me? Gave her, laced her the stripper hoe gang. You feel me? And the mom didn't like her because she was a young thing taking all the change. Okay? And then she moved her game up. You feel me? She wasn't carrying a 9 to 5. She wasn't doing nothing like that. She was sucking and fucking, getting ducats. You feel me? And what do we call bitches like that on the street? Streetwalkers. Hoes. Fuck. But no, she was glorified back then for doing that shit. You feel me? But then even then, the guy she did the shit too, and they cashed out. You feel me? Them niggas was mad at her and called her all this extra shit because they didn't think she was gonna be doing that shit. But nigga, you cashed out on it. You cashed out on it. This is what I say. Tricking is still a big thing, and it's still a problem because you motherfuckers don't understand this shit. Okay? So let me explain. Hey, okay. So, even if you got it, you still fucking tricking. Now, it's one thing to take a girl out to dinner, you feel me? Wine and dine, you feel me? That's the get to know you process, you feel me? That kind of money, you feel me? You put a little base on it, okay? You don't want to go too much, you don't want to go too little, you feel me? You want to have a nice time, so it's going to be some money to have a nice time. Show a girl a good time, you feel me? But you don't want to show her too much of a good time just in case she turns out to be a dud. Why waste that much cash? Real money men don't waste that cash. We do not waste that cash. Unless you a decent investment. Unless you're going to be something there. You feel me? Real money men don't waste that cash. We don't, you know, we squeezing the ducks. Like, all you other motherfuckers, you flashy motherfuckers that like to flash your shit and fuck your shit off, yeah, go on ahead and do it. You feel me? You don't give a fuck about your kids. You don't give a fuck about the background and shit like that there. But yet, there is some motherfuckers that got that shit so sold up. Nigga, it's good. You feel me? Got some money, so much money is ridiculous. Okay? But it's still tricking if you got it. And then, like, girls, you gotta understand, like, with money men like that, you feel me? You go and try to get a decent relationship, okay? You try to do that shit she did, you feel me? Bouncing dick from dick and expect that nigga to be cool with it. Bitch. No. She had to have a broke gay ass nigga to marry her. You catch that? She needed a broke gay ass motherfucking simp ass to marry her. Cause only a broke gay motherfucker would do that. Allow that girl to go get plowed by the world while you sitting there taking care of the kids. She must have been giving you some annual money, but from her attitude and shit, no, she wasn't. She was getting her shit. You didn't give a fuck about you, nigga. You just sit there and say, "Oh, I love you." You old puss ass. But anyways, she was turned out by the hood nigga. That was her imprint. The hood nigga, the imprint of what she wants out of a man. And if you look at the roster, she thinks she's getting that and she doesn't get that. You feel me? So she just pills out through, yeah, you about to get the roster too. So she take down some names, okay? Some big names. She was a video vixen, so she was around a lot of them big names. And with any man, hey, I suck your dick. Okay. Hey, you want to go to the back room? Okay. So yeah, she swallowed a lot of cum babies. You know what I mean? She swallowed a lot of babies in her time. You feel me? A lot of babies. You feel? But that's the whole point I'm trying to get at. You feel me? She was just a hoe, a cum dumpster, and she just was able to get to a certain plateau doing the little video vixen. She had opportunity to do the video vixen shit and be near those money motherfuckers. Okay, not all you motherfuckers got that opportunity. Okay, and then you expect the average motherfucker to do that shit for you? Oh hell no! You get what I'm saying? Tricking is still tricking, boys. Tricking is still tricking. Because if you are spending, let's do this in a different way. Let's do net worth and shit, money, right? It's like you want to make an investment. If you spend more than what you're trying to, if you spend more than the overhead of the investment, what are you gaining from that investment? There's no overtime. There's no comeback. What are you gaining from that investment other than dumping your money into something that's already crashing? Nothing. You're losing money. Losing a lot of money. And it's bleeding you dry. You know what I'm saying? You owe him money now. And that's exactly what happens to a lot of guys that fucks around with girls with this Thoteronomy mindset. They want the money. They imprinted on somebody that don't give a fuck about them. So that's where their mindset at. No nigga's gonna give a fuck about them. So they shouldn't give a fuck about a nigga. They need that money. And a lot of you girls are in that mindset right now. But then you want to say, I need a man. I want love. I want somebody to treat me nice and treat me right. I want you to try doing some of that too. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back into it because this list is nuts. This bitch was like...
Was also drinking regularly and started dabbling with illegal substances. Her memoir, Confessions of a Video Vixen, was published on June 28, 2005 through HarperCollins and Amistad. Confessions of a Video Vixen had bombshell revelations about her escapades and affairs with famous men that included...
Let's move on.
Usher, Diddy, Vin Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ja Rule, DMX, Exhibit, Jay-Z, Bobby Brown, some of whom were married at the time.
You just kind of pass each other. You do one of these, and you just keep going.
Because I'll admit, if somebody wrote something about me in a book, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah, people wrote things about me in songs. So I've been pissed off before. I've been written about in magazines, you know, that were lies. And I've been pissed off before, too. You know, so I know how it feels. But the difference is that the things that were written about me weren't the truth. And this is the truth. And I tell them, as I tell everyone, if your name is in this book and you see something that you don't like, then you shouldn't have done it.
So do you think that you wrote this book because of revenge, out of revenge?
No, see, revenge is something that happens when people are miserable and upset and
but weren't
bitter.
you miserable and upset
Not when
and
I wrote
bitter?
this book. Not when I wrote this book.
Corinne, I have to disagree with you because when I read the book, you were saying that you're really upset that, you know, that you were down and out, that these were the guys that you would go out with and wine and dine and spend a lot of money and hang out. Yeah. And then you had your rock bottom. But I still have that lifestyle now. No, but I'm saying, but I'm talking about your rock bottom. And you hit a rock bottom where you were homeless, living in the car with your son, freezing to death, using jackets to stay warm.
All of that was my fault.
No, but I'm saying, what I'm saying is you called these guys and said, I need some help.
Yeah.
And none of them helped you. None of them helped you.
The same man who wrote me a $10,000 check on our first date wouldn't help me. Everything that happened to me was my fault. I did it to myself.
But then why name names? If there's no anger, why name the names?
Why not? It's just the truth. And so now that I've healed, it feels right to say, you know what? Let's not give this a pretty name anymore. Let's not say I was hanging out. Let's not say I wasn't. And my son went through a lot of this with me.
Being a thought pocket.
When I slept in the car, he was the only person in the car with me.
But you put your son, and you dedicated your book to the son, which means it opens it up to his school because his name is in the book.
His first name's in the book. A lot of children are named Naeem.
Yeah, but you pick him up at school, and you look just like this.
Right.
Okay, so and all the parents are going to be,
So, you heard some of them names, okay? Big motherfuckers now. Big names, okay? You know, she made that book all out of spite and hate, okay? It was all out of spite and hate. Because she didn't understand what the fuck she was. Like, bitch, they paid you to shut the fuck up and don't tell nobody, okay? You were a side hoe, side pocket, okay? You were a side tag, you feel me? And then she's up there trying to be mad, like, I said that we were hanging out and going on dates and stuff, but we weren't. No. They'll come pick you up, fuck the shit out of you, and then drop your old bitch ass off. Because you're no fucking use. No. So, and Tyra had to hold her accountable. So you did all this shit, and then you said it's dedicated to your son and shit. How you gonna put your son into this shit? Your son wasn't out there fucking them niggas. Your son wasn't the one fucking up. You was. You were dragging them in the mud with you. Okay? And then you gonna try to raise that nigga like to respect a bitch like you. Fuck no. That's the problem with a lot of the Thoteronomy bitches right now when they have sons. You try to raise them to respect a bitch like you, and like, no. You shouldn't get respected because you're disrespectful to your damn self. You're a whole hot fucking mess and you don't want to accept that shit. You feel Tyra's up there smacking her with like, accept this shit, accept this shit, accept this shit, but no but. She's quick to shift the blame to somebody else other than your fucking self. You want to get mad at them niggas for not helping you? Bitch, you are nothing to them. Why would you think you're something to them? You didn't have a relationship. You just got fucked on. Ho? Come on. That's exactly what it is. You didn't think you were a hoe, but your legs opened up enough to be called a hoe. Bitch, you had enough mud plowed up in your shit to be called a hoe. So, you up there being mad, talking about they writing songs at you and telling lies about you. They weren't lies, because you wrote the same shit in your book, just with different words, and made it sound like they did something wrong. No, bitch. You knew that nigga was married, and you pursued. A lot of those niggas, you pursued. Yo, just a nod. Yeah, you were hot and all, but you pursued the extra when they thought they had something. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm pretty sure you the one that's like, oh, I'm discreet. I don't talk to nobody about boop, boop, boop. Yeah. And then after all was said and done, you wrote a book about it, told every fucking body. Bitch, you were fucking the world. By half them names you were fucking at the same damn time. But then you want to get mad that they didn't want to help you while you were sitting in the car. Bitch, you had enough money shoveled to your ass. That's your fault for having a fucked up life. Okay? Your fault for not controlling your spending. Your fault for not doing your money game right. Your fault for over there fucking and sucking for so much fucking shit that you can't maintain. You're trying to do a lifestyle that ain't yours. And you still doing the Thoteronomy shit. Okay? And call yourself a boss. You still doing the Thoteronomy shit. In that first fucking clip, she's still doing the Thoteronomy shit, and she married. And she's the boss, but she paid the bills and shit. No! Other niggas pay the bills. That's why you getting calls at 3 o'clock in the morning and disappearing for 3 days. You come back with 20,000 and a sore pussy. Niggas gonna rub your neck because your neck was like a turkey. Nigga, like shit. Come on, bitch. Call it like it is. Quit blaming somebody else for your pain, because that's the pain you brought on. That's the pain you asked for. Guarantee it was a good nigga in one of them, but you were thotting it up hard. And when they found that out, you had to go. And then you think you can just call back on any one of these motherfuckers like it's okay. No, bitch, don't call here. I'm busy. I call you, ho. You don't call me. I don't care if you lonely, bitch. I don't need you right now. That's exactly how it's supposed to go. But she thinking it was supposed to be something else in her delusional ass world. Same with Brittany Renner, delusional ass fuck. Hell, motherfuckers try to slap her with the A game, wake her ass up. She's still delusional as fuck. Just like a lot of you girls, living in your own fantasy world. This is not Disney, motherfucker. This is real life. And real life gets a little bit more in depth. So let's get back into it.
I'm in the PTA. I feel that people expect me to be ashamed.
Shout out to Tyra, first and foremost, for trying to hold her accountable, but
over the next few years, she would be romantically linked to men like Mike Tyson, Jamie Foxx, Bill Maher, who she was dating at the time of the release of Confessions,
tripping,
Lil Wayne, who she claims impregnated her while she was married to another man. She dated actor and dancer Columbus Short, which ended in the messiest way possible.
Somebody come get official C Short cheating ass and all of his shit. Oh, wow. Down bad, my G. Sheesh.
She was married to Family Matters star Darius McCrary for 2 years, but that was another tumultuous relationship that resulted in a restraining order against him. She dated power star Rutini and claims he abandoned her when his acting career took off, and the list goes on.
Holy
but
moly.
It's very clear that even though she left the hip-hop model lifestyle behind, she was still repeatedly finding herself in toxic relationships and messy situations.
Hey, yo, so you see how some of this shit is. You feel me? You hear how this shit going right now. She was fucking with some names, okay? Playing that little one, gave her a baby and all that shit, you know what I mean? All that shit. Yo, she was fucking with some real names right there. And you see, that's the thing. No accountability ass. Because she blamed everybody else for that shit. She ended up in toxic relationships. Bitch, you are toxic as fuck. So I know it was you in your relationships. It's not them. Claimed that he abandoned her when he got big. That nigga didn't even get that big on his acting career, nigga. He just left you because you were a thought pocket. And you were staying a thought pocket. You wasn't trying to change with no man. Come on now. Just like all you bitches saying, I don't need to change with no man. Okay? Take accountability that you doing shit in these relationships to make them go sour. You feel me? Your past and your present is just makes them go sour. Okay? Your past does hold weight. You feel me? It's on the man to choose to ignore your past and hope that you're different now. Or he accepts your past and don't let you do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So understand there's only two ways that Thoteronomy can go. And they don't end up all the way good. You feel me? This is one example of a chick who got to a pinnacle of it. You feel me? The pinnacle of Thoteronomy. Okay? And there's chicks out there, you know, that's just cute and, you know, some beautiful bitches, you know what I mean? They out there. And they're going after the money the same way. And guess what? They ending up the same fucking way. Alone and broke. Blaming niggas for their problems instead of blaming themselves for stop fucking everybody when you with a motherfucker. That's what I'm trying to say. If you listen to that, she was faulty in a lot of them relationships. Guarantee. She don't see it as her fault, but she was faulty in a lot of relationships. Let's keep going.
Let's proceed.
Video vixen taught her to value herself over money and fame. She says, I think I have sold so much of myself for so little. I never felt pretty or cared for. With these men, I felt glamorous and powerful, and I did feel loved. I wasn't going to get better unless I said something and said it out loud, end quote.
Stay in your daughter's lives, fellas.
We know what happens to little black boys that have no dads. We've heard that. We get it. But no one is really saying that young women who are born without fathers have real serious issues. Especially when their mother had no father and the mother has issues.
It's a dirty cycle.
When I talk about it, people are actually listening, end quote.
It's almost like there's a radar that goes out when you're a new girl.
So, Jimmy Cricket and Phil is still talking. Hey, pipe it down. I'm doing something here. Now, this chick here. Oh my God. So, she she actually gave some decent knowledge with that passage right there. Okay? About a girl without a father. About guys without a father and how straight. Yeah, we talk about that shit all the time about how guys with no daddy end up being bitches because there ain't no man to teach them how to be a man. Okay? And it's the same thing with girls. This is why you need to have a proper household. It's the same thing with girls. With no man there, they can't get loved like they supposed to. And without seeing that unconditional love from a father, you really don't know how to judge love from other men. So she took the love of money. You know what I'm saying? She thought these guys spinning on her and digging her down so hard that they loved her. They didn't love you, how? They paid for services. And that's the problem. When you're dealing with multiple dicks and you don't have any idea what love is, the concept, the meanings, what it actually is, you can't fucking find it. It will never come to you like that. No. You must be shown that shit. It must be taught to you properly. For you can actually find that shit and see what you want out of life. You feel me? But she never had a goal like that. She never seen anything out of life because she started off with a shitty life. Okay? Then she left at 16 and kept it shitty. And then she moved to LA and got dicked down by the roster. You feel me? Ja turned her ass out. You know, that was on the time when Ja Rule was taking hell out of Monster E pills, you feel me? Taking them thizzles, you feel me? That nigga was popping them shits and yamming that pussy, snorting coke and yamming that pussy. That bitch was on the drugs too, yeah. That's what I'm saying, you know what I mean? It was a high fuck session. And she got hooked on that shit. And so when other motherfucking celebrities came around, you jumped. It's not that guys gossip. Bitch, yeah, we gossip on hoes. That bitch can suck a dick. You feel me? It was a name y'all two had in the bedroom, but shit, bitch, you feel me? You own that shit. Okay? It wouldn't have got popular if you didn't own that shit. You feel me? When he said that shit, 50 other guys came out the woodwork and said, yeah, nigga, yes, she do, man. Like, yeah, that's the perfect name for that bitch because she'll suck the life out of you. You get what I'm saying? Retarded. Let's get to it. This is the end of the clip here.
There's a radar that goes out when you're a new girl in LA. Like, the guys just know you're fresh meat.
Talk to me about that names, give me situations.
Instantly, I just started meeting people.
And you met?
The first person I bumped into out was Ja Rule at a club.
Where's Ja?
5 days of non-stop sex.
Superhead is a moniker that I gave myself in a personal relationship of mine that I had with an artist, and it was a joke between us based on our love life, and it was all of those things. But unfortunately, it got out, and once it got out, it got misunderstood. You know, I'm not saying it's not true.
Superhead was a word between you two, or
just between us. It's something that I came up with between us. It was funny to us. It was meaningful to us, and but then I find that sometimes men talk more than women do, and then so it ended up being a thing of its own. And so what I did was, knowing that it was going to be, I knew that it would get out of control. I knew that with everything that I was doing, that it was going to come up. And so instead of allowing someone else to bring it up and try to bring me down with it, I decided to turn it around, be honest about it, talk about it, discuss it, and move on.
Got it. Thank you very much. No problem. Take care.
Listen.
Okay, final thoughts on this clip. Okay, as I said, she owned it. And if you own it, don't be mad about it. Don't get mad at y'all. You owned it. And as I said, 50 niggas out of the woodwork came out the back cut saying, yeah, she is a head doctor. PhD, master degree. You feel me? I'm trying to tell you. And then word got around, motherfuckers approach you and you say, hell yeah, let's go to the back room. That's you being a hoe. Don't blame the other motherfuckers for approaching you. And then, that's with any fucking city. If you fresh meat in a new city, okay, you come to a new city, everybody that's an original motherfucker from that city is gonna know you're not there from there. Okay? Once you open your mouth, how you walk in a room, yo swag, yo wiggle, yo jiggle, it's all different from where you grown up at, dumb ass bitch. So when you walked in the room, on Country Bumpkin didn't look like you from LA, from the city out here, from the Bay or something like that. Not even from Cali. Everyone motherfuckers was jumping on your shit, nigga. We are men. I'm trying to tell you, men, we are hunters, okay? So when we see fresh meat out there, something new to that, oh, I got to smash. And we hunt, we pursue. It was you being easy prey with a broken ankle, okay? That gazelle was not running away. It tooted booty up and said, take a bite. Okay? Yeah, so all you girls doing the Thoteronomy, you see how it ended up for her. Nothing. Okay? She's nowhere right now, not getting much money, you feel me? She's getting trickles from that book, you know, the royalties from that book, you know what I mean? But other than that, she ain't getting much money. She's working. She got a job now. She had to get a job. Okay? And that's what I'm trying to tell you girls, you feel me? Eventually that Thoteronomy is going to run out and then you have to get a job. But then your time's going to run out. Your body's going to be used and your mind's going to be fucked up. Your spirit's going to be out of whack. So if you want anything out of life, you know, something decent, change your ways now while you're young, you feel me? Don't do that stupid shit and wait until you're 30, 40, you feel me? Even 50, you feel me? And still doing that Thoteronomy shit. You know what I mean? You should have learned by now from all the mistakes you already made to not do them shits, okay? Learned by now from all the mistakes you made to change your ways, okay? If you do not change your ways, things stay the same. Stop repeating the same pattern thinking you're going to get something different. This has been my video. Like, subscribe, share it, send me out there like the crow bed, you feel me? Pass me around like y'all niggas pass COVID. Later days, y'all.